Tim, always great speaking to you, my friend. Look, you've been able to create a a music series that is for every person who ever dreams to be a rock star, but maybe they're not good at playing the guitar or whatever, but you created something where people can live out their dreams. It's something that's going to be starting on the 12th, and it's something that we've all done as kids, which we picked up, say, a tennis racket or, just standing in front of the mirror, putting on a wig and just rocking it out. Explain to the folks what I'm talking about.
You bet. So it's air guitar, and air guitar is something I think if you love rock music, if you love the instruments that make all the amazing sounds that we hear, if you grew up in the 80s, the 90s, and even more recently, there's some great rock acts that you can't deny. Sometimes you just want to play along, and that uncontrollable desire, that uncontrollable urge, that impulse to pick up that air instrument and sometimes live out your dreams is what we're doing. We're having some fun, and we're doing it to raise money for charity. So if you're going to do air guitar, might as well do it to cause some good in the world.
Well, let's point that out. What's the charity this year?
Yeah, so last 5 years we've been supporting Right to Play Canada, which is an organization that uses sport and play to help kids in disadvantaged communities, and they operate globally in refugee camps and disadvantaged communities in the north, and even in our own backyard here in Toronto at various schools, and they basically use that very nature of fun and play to teach important life lessons and also to give kids a chance to enjoy themselves. And so we're supporting them.
Has it surprised you that it has grown the way it has? Because this isn't just in Toronto. This is a national thing that's going on.
That's right. Yeah, it started just in Toronto. In our first year, we had one competition in Toronto, and then we invited people to come in for what we consider our national event. And then it's grown. We've got Montreal, we've got Ottawa, we've got Red Deer, Medicine Hat, Saskatoon, Kamloops, we've had Edmonton, we've had Calgary, we've had Sherbrooke, Quebec, and it's growing, and people are jumping on board. We got local organizers in many of these towns that are making this happen on a grander level, which is wonderful.
Okay, so what makes a good air guitar player? Because I've been, as you know, I've been a judge once.
You were,
and,
I know.
It blew me away because this isn't just, again, us being kids just playing. Like, these guys take it seriously with effects and everything.
I think everyone wants that trip to Finland, right? It's like, when are you going to get to be part of this international community of weirdos? And so, yeah, there's costuming, there's gimmicks. People have been throwing fire. They've been, they've had people, spit beer in the air and come up with all manner of theatrics to add to their performances. But I mean, at the heart of it is you've got to love the music, and you've got to make the audience believe that what you're doing on stage is causing the sound that's coming out of those speakers, right? That's the part I think that everyone's hoping for, is that magical moment where, the performance art and the sound that we hear becomes, indecipherable.
Now, if you can just, and this might be unfair, but give me three heavyweights, because there are some people who are like they're diehards. They're in the competition all the time. Who are some of your favorites?
Okay, yeah. So our current champ, let's talk about her for a second, because she's had two iterations of herself. She's currently called the Phoenix, and she dresses up like a member of the Mad Max, the most recent Mad Max films, and, with the gray face makeup and the dark eyes, and she uses fire effects and all that stuff. And she's from Ottawa. And she came in fifth last year in the world. Blake Johnson, who is the Canadian Tuxedo, is another past Canadian champ, and he's going to be back from war this year. And he's just pure, truculence, drinking maple syrup, through shot glasses, and he's the representation of all that's good and great in Canada. Jay McNeely, who is another Canadian champ, he's joining us again. He's called Thrust, and he's just this wild card. He came out one time and smashed a guitar on stage and leaped off the stage and went and joined the judges on the judges table, and went across to the bar across the way at the Mod Club and he's just the dynamo of energy. So those are three that, that are sort of top of the list. And then we've got our 74-year-old, now going to be 75 this year, Mr. Bob, who's just not going to quit. And he's just coming out to win it at every cost. So he's coming back for more, and he's a darling of the competition.
Now, you mentioned something, too, because the winner of this competition, the national winner, heads somewhere else. And you kind of mentioned Finland a couple of times.
Yeah, so the World Championships of air guitar annually takes place in Oulu, Finland, and it's a northern capital of Finland. And they put on this amazing show where thousands of people from the town come out to the city square, and they put on probably the biggest non-rock show that you could ever have.
So when does it all begin? Where is it going to begin? And also, you can mention, too, about the Toronto date also, since I'm in Toronto.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so this weekend on Saturday coming up, we've got the Ottawa and the Red Deer competitions that are kicking it off. When we get to Toronto, it's going to be June 23rd, and that's at the Rivoli. And the Canadian National Championships finishes up the season on July 14th, and that's at the Mod Club. And then the winner goes to Finland for August 23rd. And that weekend, the big World Championships goes down. And with any luck, in our 5th year, we're going to bring home the gold. That's our plan.
Cross fingers here. For folks who want to either be in the competition or just root on these winners or just be part of the fun, what's the social media? Where do we go?
Absolutely. So the website is www.airguitarcanada.org. And you can sign up there. There's a enter to compete button that's on the main page, and we'd love to have all competitors. We're an inclusive group. Like I said, we've got a 74-year-old, we've got nuclear physicists, we've got teachers, we've got students, we've got everybody. As long as they're 19 plus, they're welcome to enter. And as far as getting tickets and coming to see the show, if you want to laugh for 2 straight hours and have a good time and be part of a positive, awesome vibe of people getting up and being ridiculous, this is your thing, and we'd love to see you. Crowd makes it special.
Long live rock and roll. My friend,
You
thank
bet.
you so much for this, and looking forward to all the fun.
Rudy, great talking to you.